Holy cannoli, Nathan. It looks like we have ourselves a proper matchup this time and not a mashup. I've got the 2014 Kia Forte and you're driving.
Well, according to this, it's a 2014 Chevy Cruze.
All right, and mine cost $25,500.
Mine cost $25,795.
Wow, it is a matchup.
Not exactly. I'll tell you why coming up next on the Fast Lane Car.
All right, Diesel Boy, did you get better than 10.76?
Oh God, 8 seconds flat.
Wow. No?
I actually am slower than you. 11:11. That was my fastest time.
Under the hood is, well, a pretty standard Kia engine, direct injected 2-liter, 4-cylinder. It's mated to a 6-speed automatic transmission that powers the front wheels. Very similar to what's under Nathan's hood, I bet.
No, ladies and gentlemen, that's absolutely wrong, and I'll tell you why. This particular engine, which is a 2-liter, puts out 151 horsepower, but 264 pound-feet of torque. The reason why? It's a turbo diesel, baby. And it's hooked up to a 6-speed automatic transmission, so it's a very different engine than that one. I'm raging against the machine with this diesel. No,
oh,
really.
Wait, dude, let me show you the growl of the 2-liter Kia Forte.
Fine.
So unlike Nathan, I have a push-button start. And, oh, listen to that power! Wow, it lets me rev it all the way to redline. That's pretty impressive. You don't see that nowadays. All right, Diesel Boy. Here's the proof in the pudding. What is your MPG combined?
33 miles per gallon combined.
Yeah, mine is 28, but it's a Kia. That means I get a lot more goodies. Do you have heated seats?
Yes, front.
Okay, do you have a cooled seat?
Cooled seat? No, I don't.
Do you have a heated steering wheel?
No.
Yeah, I get all that, plus a lot more. So I think features-wise, this is the better deal, but fuel economy-wise.
Yeah, that's absolutely true.
Nathan, I like this interior. It's modern, it's elegant, not a lot of hard plastics. It feels more expensive, plus you get a lot of amenities, including heated and cooled front driver's seat. And back there, are there heated seats?
Indeed there are.
Do you have heated seats in your car?
No, I don't. Not in the back.
Do you have a sunroof?
No, I don't.
And do you have plastic carbon fiber?
No, I don't.
How's the room back there?
The room's not bad for legroom. I mean, I'm sitting behind you and I'm comfortable. But headroom is a little bit tight, especially like right around here.
And you know what? It drives just fine. You know, there's nothing that your typical college grad won't appreciate in this car. It goes around corners in a very flat and controlled manner. It looks like a sporty car, and you want kind of sports car performance, and you end up getting economy car driving characteristic, which is probably exactly what the people who buy this thing want, and yet I keep being fooled by it.
I agree with you.
The front wheel drive is great for snow. I've even got a little button here that changes the steering from normal to sport to comfort. Honestly, I don't think it really matters.
We've messed with those before, and it tightens up a little bit. It works, but it just doesn't, you know, I don't know if that's a feature worth noting in a car like this. But I will say this. Aside from the fake carbon fiber, I think the interior in this car is a little bit more, modern. I don't know, yeah.
Modern, stylish. Yeah, everything in here is really intuitive. It all kind of works, and you get basically a car that, at least amenities-wise, is punching at least 2 categories above its weight class, because look, you got dual climate controls. I've got parking sensors, of course heated and cooled seat, heated steering wheel. There's just so much stuff here that it's hard to argue with what you're getting for $25,000. Now the Forte is relatively new, so it's modern, it's sleek, it's aerodynamically proficient, and to me it looks like a startled squirrel from the front. Nathan, yours is getting a little bit long in the tooth, at least style-wise.
Yeah, but you know what? I think yours is actually a really attractive car. Very European. Whereas in this, well, let's face it, it's basically the same thing for the past few years. It's not ugly, but I don't know. What do you guys think? The one thing I do like actually is the way the hood is scalloped. I think that's really cool. Dude, what's with those shoes?
Nathan, you may not know this, but I'm a triathlete.
So that gives you a license for really ugly shoes?
Yes, those are triathlete shoes. Forget about the shoes. Tell me about the interior of this Cruze.
Yeah, it's the same as all the Cruzes that have come before it, so there's nothing new. The good news is there are some soft materials. I really like the way that General Motors put in this fabric instead of putting in some sort of fake, I don't know, carbon fiber or something like that. So that's nice. The seats are comfortable. Everything, though, that you touch, pretty hard, and that's the only issue I really have with it, is that there's some hard, cheap plastics in here.
Oh, I have a bigger issue, and that is where you're sitting, I can't get back here, Nathan. Look at this.
Even with your special shoes?
Yes.
Suffering succotash, you can't get back there. Yeah, that's the other problem, is there's not a lot of backseat room in the Cruze, so small people or children in the back.
All right, Mr. Adlin, what's it like to cruise in the Cruze?
You were waiting to say that, weren't you?
All day,
All
day, I had that.
I like the Chevy Cruze. This car has always created an interesting little thing in my head, which is I didn't like the way it looked when I first saw them, and now the longer I drive them and get to know them, the more I like them. Because there's different Cruzes. There's, the regular one basically. There's the one that has that little turbo engine that's extremely efficient, nearly as efficient as this car. And then there's this car with the turbo diesel. And you know what? It's just the power. It spools out nicely. It's pretty torquey. It's got everything going for it that you want. And most importantly to me, for a cheap car, it doesn't feel cheap when you're driving it.
Yeah, it does feel more expensive. It's kind of punching above its weight class. And I think that's why it's such a popular car with, college kids and high school kids. It's something that they like the looks of, and it's something that I think they enjoy driving. And it is a smooth ride. It's very comfortable. It looks like it could go like this, forever if you're going down and cruising to Florida for spring break.
Yes, you have to get used to putting diesel in a car, which for Americans, see, this is all very strange for us because frankly, the only cheap diesels we've ever really had, recently at least, Volkswagen. And those are a little bit expensive. This is a cheap car with a proper diesel in it, so it's something kind of unique, something to get used to.
Yeah, and the car I think directly competes with is the Volkswagen Jetta diesel.
Absolutely, absolutely, it does. And the Volkswagen Jetta has a better back seat, much more commodious, and it's a little bit more sophisticated maybe. But you know what? I think drive-wise, this is going to give it a run for its money.
All right, 0 to 60 in the Kia Forte EX. As always, I'm a mile above sea level, which means it's like having, 3 cylinders because there's less air density up here. I'm going to switch the steering to sport mode so I don't go careening off the road. I'm going to give it a little brake torque and let go of it. There we go. Ooh, good thing I have it in sport mode. 6,500 RPMs. There's 50. I've got the metal to the pedal. Okay, make that pedal to the metal, and there's 60. That's not bad. 10.76. I thought it'd be a little bit slower than that. So, good job. Good thing I had the steering in sport mode, because those velocities, you never know when you can get a flat tire and go careening off the roadway.
All right, not much I can really do other than shut off the AC And traction control won't make a difference. All right, juice it up a little bit. Oh boy, it's not letting me juice it up at all. Here we go. Here we go. There it goes. A little bit of turbo lag. Yeah, it wouldn't let me go past 2,000 RPM. Okay, we're taking a while. Ugh, that was ugly.
All right, Diesel Boy, did you get better than 10.76?
Oh God, 8 seconds flat.
Wow. No?
I actually am slower than you. 11:11. That was my fastest time.
Nathan, I am absolutely stunned. In a million years, I would have never thought that the Cruze is slower to 60 than the Forte.
Yeah, that diesel engine, it's a good engine once you spool it up, but that's the problem, is spooling it up and getting that little turbo moving. It's built for economy and not for performance.
All right, knowing what we know after this test, on the TFL scale of buy it, lease it, rent it, or forget it, what do you give the Cruze?
If you want a diesel, I say buy it. But if you want a Cruze, just buy a Cruze. Buy the regular one with a little turbo engine. That one's awesome.
I'm gonna give the Forte a lease it. I just think it's more economy car than performance car, even after this test. And I just want a little bit more, dynamic suspension, a little bit more fun to drive factor, which this doesn't have. As always, this is Roman.
And Nathan.
Saying thanks for watching and see you next time on the Fast Lane Car. And remember to
subscribe for a new video every single day.
Ciao, bye.
What do you mean you wore pants? You wear pants every day. What's the big deal here, Kyle?
Nathan Adlin here, and I have a question for you. Do you remember what the old RAV4 was like? This is a second generation one, and it used to be a cute little crossover. In fact, it was a cute little crossover that ushered in small crossovers to the United States.
And today we have the brand new, the 4th generation RAV4, which once again goes back to the 4-cylinder, no more 6-cylinder. As you recall, Nathan, we took the 0 to 60 at sea level in Arizona, and we got this time